Get rich fast with csgofast.com.
PGL Major Day 4 is still underway, and we have another name in the playoffs, and that is Astralis with their victory over G2 just now. And let's go back to kind of the month before the major, because you guys obviously have prioritized a lot, skipped ESL Cologne to kind of prepare for the major. So tell me about what you've worked on, how much time you spent in the game to prepare for the major.
I think it's the big question that everyone asks us right now is the fact that was it worth it to skip Cologne, and we've come to the agreement within the team that no matter the result here, even if we were to go out in groups, that will still be the best decision for our team. Some people might, or some other teams might think it's better to play more, and like, let's say this was maybe not like the optional decision for either SK or FaZe or whatever. So overall, I think we've done the right choice, and everyone got a little bit more extra time to chill, and we got our boot camp, and we got to focus purely on the game and what things we had to fix to come here. So I think it was the right decision, and I'm actually happy we've done so.
So are you satisfied with kind of the form that you've come into the major?
A little bit both, yes and no. Definitely the first game against Immortals, we should have closed that one a little bit earlier. It went to overtime, and the game against the SK, I really don't have a comment about that. It was mainly just we never really we never really showed up, and coldzera had one of his best games he's ever played, I think. So you can't really do anything against that. And SK has been playing pretty phenomenal for the last couple of months. So that's just how that was. Going in against Fnatic as well, things were a bit shaky as well. And I don't know, it just, in general, our after-plan situation has been really bad at this event. I don't know what's going on, so we're going to go home and discuss that. But everything worked a lot smoother against G2, and it kind of felt like they were afraid of playing against us. I don't know why, but it felt like that.
Now, just going back to the Immortals game, obviously that it came down to overpass. Were you surprised to see that? Did you think something else was going to come out?
I surely think that Immortals had a plan for a long time, maybe 2 weeks prior to the major, that they're going to pick overpass against us, because we expected to play either was it Mirage and Inferno, I think, and then when we came to the decision to pick either overpass or was it, I think that was Mirage, I think.
Could have been.
Yeah, I can't really remember, but whatever. We were like, oh sure, they let overpass in for us. We were like, yeah, let's play it. We hadn't really prepared for that at all. I'm sure they had an idea how to play against us. So I think it was a smart trick from their side, and they did catch us off guard in some stuff. So yeah, kudos to them. But overall, it was a great match. But I still think we should have closed it earlier.
Now, same thing about Fnatic, really. Nuke, definitely not one of their more played maps. I think they only played like one offline game in the past 3 months on Nuke. So did that catch you off guard as well?
Not as much as the Immortals game, to be honest. Fnatic is a team we played against in practice on Nuke a couple of times, and we can definitely feel that they've improved on it. When we played against them in the major last time, they were completely clueless about what to do, and we were like, if we just win the first map, we're probably 90% sure that we're going to win the second map as well. So we can definitely feel that there's a huge improvement from their side here. But then again, it felt like they'd rather wanted us to play a map where we were not 100% confident instead of them playing. Like, it felt like they'd rather want to face us on Nuke than any other map we felt more confident on. So they try to get us out of our comfort zone, I believe. So overall, it was a good game, and we lost a lot of crucial rounds against them in the T side, but overall the CT side was pretty straightforward.
Now, we've had this, obviously there's been a lot of talk about kind of the PCs not being up to par and stuff like that, and I know that PGL were in talks with you, and you maybe helped them out with some things. Can you maybe shed a little bit more light on that and how the game felt today, whether things have improved?
So there's been a lot of PC issues, and honestly I don't think it's not PGL's fault, and I don't think it's Valve's fault either. I think it's a combination of things. There's been a new Windows update, and then also it just feels like the game doesn't click together with Windows right now. So we tried to play in the first couple of days on Windows 7, I believe, and then 8.1, and now we're playing on Windows 10. And so far I've actually enjoyed playing on Windows 8 for the most of the time right now, for some weird reason, because that's supposed to be like the worst of the 3 editions. But overall, we sat down with them and tried to figure out what operating system was best for everyone playing on, and what kind of commands could help improve FPS, and what NVIDIA settings we should be running. So we've tried to help them as much as possible, and always not tried to, like, instead of going out Twitter and blaming everyone for their fault and blah 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 blah, we tried to we want to be more constructive and trying to help them instead of going out and throw mud at everyone. So that was great, and it was mainly Zipex who helped them. And obviously we've had the crouch jump bug, whatever you want to call it. We also were the team that probably decided to go talk with Valve about in the beginning, and then like inform every other team about what was going on. So overall I'm glad that Big actually ended up making the general agreement with everyone, and actually showed yesterday that they played super great CS without having to use it. So that's great.
So yeah, surely you must be glad that it got resolved peacefully after all.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great thing. I think everyone really appreciated it, and I think it was like end of the fairy tale for Big in that way that they actually ended up playing a really great game against SK and winning without having to use it. They might have used it once or twice, but not in the way they used it in the other first game. So that's a really great thing for them, definitely.
Now, last thing, we also have a new veto here, having 2 bans, 3 bans pick. So what are your thoughts on it? Is there a new angle on this? Is there another way you can be tactical about it?
Yeah, I'm not really the one that goes into vetoes that much. I just play. It's mainly Lucas and Glaive and Sonic that does that. But obviously they have said that it's sometimes if you win the coin flip, I think you have somewhat an advantage. We've done that twice now. We also lost it twice. Right. So overall, I don't know. To be honest, I would like to see another system, like another format next time. We've had the GSL format back in the days in the majors, which I think was great. But I still think there's time now to put back the GSL format, but still have a best of 3 knockout game no matter what. So, because back in the days, if you both teams lost the best of 1 in the beginning, you play a best of 1 knockout game, which I didn't really like. So I think that format should come back. Obviously, it's great to try and have something new, and I think we needed it for the for the experience and for like the viewers as well, because you have really great games with the Swiss system. But overall, I believe that we should have a new system next time.
But it's mostly about best of 3s, right? It's not about really the system as it is more like that you don't really get to play more maps.
Yeah, it's mainly just about playing a best of 3, because every time you play a best of 1, like the underdog is just have. If you don't show up in the first game, then people say, well, it's your own fault, you didn't play well, blah blah blah. But still, like best of 3 almost always determines who's the better team. So yeah, I'd like to see that in the future.
All right, great. Thanks a lot. Any last words, shout outs or anything like that?
Just a big shout out to everyone at home cheering for us, all of our fans and all of our sponsors and the people behind us and Refresh. And then obviously I just want to thank you everyone for supporting CSGO. It's glad that we've made it so far. And I hope you will enjoy the rest of the major, and I will see you on
2 days from now.
2 days from now, definitely.
Well, unless you have the 4th quarterfinal. So that would be on the 3 days from now. Yeah, either way, we have no idea when Astralis is going to be playing next. Maybe they have 2 days off, maybe they have 3 days off. Either way, that was it from our interview with dupreeh. I hope you like the scenery. We wanted to switch things up a little bit. I think it's pretty lovely, yeah. But yeah, stay tuned to HLTV. I'm sure we're going to come back with more interviews.